There are more grandparents out there than ever before, right?
Yeah.
Baby boomers are becoming grandparents, and it calls to mind a great bit by Bill Cosby.
Let's listen.
My mother kisses every child. Well, just come here and kiss your grandmommy. Grandmommy just love it to death. And my children think that my mother's the most wonderful person on the face of this earth. And I keep telling my children, that's not the same woman I grew up with. You are looking at an old person who's trying to get into heaven now.
Oh, that's unfair, Bill Cosby. Hey, listen, there are so many grandmas and grandpas out there, and some of them have become the caregivers in many homes, and there are no rules for grandparents. So we decided to go to the source, the senior editor at grandparents.com and the author of a new book. It's called The Modern Grandparents Handbook. Dr. Georgia Whitkin. Everybody knows her in New York.
Oh,
nice to see you again.
Nice to see you, too.
All right, so there are new rules. I feel like, first of all, grandparents are getting younger.
Not only are we getting younger, what do you think the average age is of a first-time grandparent in the United States? What do you think? Give a guess.
I'm going to go 51.
60?
Yeah, 48. And think about it. You're 22, your daughter's 22, you're only 44, so 48. Not only is it young, but 48 now compared to when our mothers and our grandmothers were 48. Oh, my God. You know, we're working, we're dancing, we're exercising, we're on iPhones. It's a whole different thing.
It is. Like, when you think of grandmother, you kind of think of a person sitting there and knitting.
Exactly.
But no, it's totally different now. In fact, Goldie Hawn and Gwyneth Paltrow's mother, Blythe Danner, said they don't even want to be called grandmother. They want to be called Glamma.
Exactly. You can't call yourself grandma because grandmas are still alive. Now everyone lives so long. Great-grandmothers are still alive. That name is taken, so you have to make up things. I'm Gigi for Grandma Georgia.
But grandma's not become pejorative, has it?
No, it's not about that at all. It's about we're doing it in a different way so grandma doesn't fit. And other people have the name who are still alive, who are grandparents and great-grandparents. So we are inventing new names, and we do it differently. For example, here are the new rules, right?
Yeah.
In the old days, you used to send the kids out to play, and the grandparents supervised. Now, we go play with them because we're exercising, we're dancing, we're doing all the same things. And by the way, those grandchildren will never remember the laundry you did for them, but they'll never forget the day where you went down the slide with them or you went jumping with them.
You're right.
So that's really exciting. Number two, old-fashioned grandparent gave a lot of advice. You know, they lived long, they were giving advice. Now what I say to grandparents is, instead of giving advice, listen. No one else is listening to the grandchildren. The parents are too busy, the teachers are too busy. The one thing you can do as a young grandparent is ask them questions like, what's their favorite anything? And just listen to the answer. That's what they need more than anything.
Listen to the children. Listen to the
grandchildren. Yes.
This book, by the way, is for grandparents.
It's for grandparents.
I hope
grandparents.
these children are smart enough, though, to know how much grandparents, older folks, have to offer the younger generation.
As far as advice and their wisdom,
Advice, wisdom, experience, everything.
Yeah.
And they'll listen to you only if you listen to them first, because otherwise it's going to sound like background noise.
I have to say that my kids probably listen to my parents more than me. Why is that?
Good, because they're more patient, because you're busier. The other thing is that when the grandchildren come to us, and I know your parents, and we always talk about the grandchildren, when they come to us, it's special time. We do special things, and they feel very special, and they feel very important. When they go home, they sometimes get us into trouble because they say, well, at Grandma's I stayed up later, and at Grandma's I had candy, and then their parents say to us, oh, don't do that, you're breaking our rules. Well, I have news for all the grandparents, right? Break the rules, treat them special.
Really? I see your beautiful pictures of your grandkids, by the way, as you're talking.
Oh, great. Because those kids know the difference between being home and being at Grandma's. So parents, all you have to say to them is, different rules here. Don't tell grandparents to stop spoiling them. Let them spoil them.
So money can buy them love?
Well, you don't want to buy the love, but grandparents, 80% worry about values. 82% say they spoil the grandchildren anyway, because it's their turn.
My grandma, Helen Clark, Breezy Point, sent me gum and money on my birthday. And always, and whenever she sent the note, it was always loved her.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
That's right, and it doesn't have to be expensive.
Right.
Right?
Little drink. Hey, I thought that was expensive to me. That was a lot of loot.
In many families, I think you touched on this. I mean, the grandparents are becoming the caregivers because parents are going out there. Child care is so expensive that the parents are coming in there and helping to raise the kids, which is a wonderful thing.
It's a wonderful thing. Do you know teenagers who've had grandparents in their life have a breathtakingly lower rate of delinquency? And part of it is that with a grandparent who has a little more patience, they're not as busy, they have somebody who listens, who monitors, who cares, doesn't just give advice. It's the two-way thing.
I love it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Georgia, all right, she writes this book on parenting, grandparenting. She's got a very active life. She's married to this big-time movie producer, Mike.
Right.
And
Mike who?
Mike Tadros.
And what movie is he working on right now?
He just finished Gangster Squad
And
with
who's in
Sean
it?
Penn, Ryan Gosling, Josh Brolin, Emma Stone, Nick Nolte. It was fun to hang out, let me tell you.
You get people who are incredulous when they find out you have grandkids, right? You get that. You get that, totally.
Whether they believe it or not, they say it, and I love it.
Oh, right,
I send them a check afterwards.
No, I totally get it. Georgia, you're lovely. Thank you so much for being with us.
My
Dr. Georgia
pleasure,
Whitkin.
The book is called The Modern Grandparent's Handbook, and it's a great book. It's great to give out as a gift as well. So nice to see you.
You too.